You just killed a giant, Trevor. You did it, dude. Trevor. Oh my God. Yes! Yes! You killed the giant, dude. I killed the giant! Yes! Cody, come here.
Let's go see my prize. He's huge.
Hey guys, so that was just a glimpse into our first trip to out-of-state elk hunting in Wyoming, the great state of Wyoming. And Trevor was totally clutch, made an amazing shot, and killed that bull. And not only that bull, but we ended up tagging out on 5 bulls. It was way crazier than we could have ever imagined. And it was one of those trips that was really groundbreaking for us. We went out of our comfort zone, we went to a brand new place and had an amazing trip. And so we're doing a video series on just what we've learned over the years and our failures and how you guys can go out and do that too. So here's video 1 of this 6-part series. Crank it up, high energy, here we go.
Crank it up. Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Yeah.
Where have you guys seen this setting before? We thought it was kind of commemorative. Is that even a good word for it? Commemorate the land of the free series.
Commemorate, yes, commemorative. I was gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we're back in the uncut studio. It's not really an uncut, but we're excited to announce we're doing a 6-part video series, everything DIY elk hunting and what it is, how to do it.
and we're going to start out by just talking about us, honestly, and the barriers that we had to break down in order to actually go outside of our comfort zone.
Exactly.
We're going to outline it from start to finish of what to do, what to plan for the years before, all the way to boning out an elk and packing it out.
Like kind of that A to Z, everything that we've learned over the years, hopefully the mistakes that we've made that can kind of help cut some of those years off and some of those days off, time in the field for you guys to get out there and do it. We talk about land of the free. It's public land, it's over the counter, anyone can get out there and do it. We're trying to further those details that we talk about or what you've seen in land of the free, and here we go. So we have it, like I said, it's 6-part video series that we're going to be dropping
today.
Yeah, today, the 5th, and so on. So every other day through this next week and a half, you're going to get 6 videos.
It's going to be awesome.
It's basically just a quick overview so you can kind of see what we're going to entail. Video number 1 that we're talking about today is barriers to hunt elk and how to pick a state or what state to go at. Video number 2 is what kind of hunt do you want? So how to pick a unit and then what kind of style that hunt is going to be and kind of the basis of if you're going to be a backpack hunt, you're going to be a base camp, drop camp, all those kind of things.
All the way to the luxurious lodge, food, everything.
Right. So one way, during this whole series, right now goHUNT's running a promotion and it's a free 30-day trial. It literally costs you 0 things. The best way, you just go to gohunt.com/BRO and you sign up and get a free 30-day trial. So you can right now plan your over-the-counter.
Free.
Yeah, free, 100%. The best thing is just stop the video right now, go to gohunt.com/BRO. The link's right, there's the description. Wes, here.
Put it in there, Wes. And so I think what this will help you with, you can kind of follow along. So goHUNT also has a lot of the things that we're going to talk about, and there's a lot of things in this series that we're going to be referencing goHUNT to where you can just screen share or different window. How about that?
So
pull up goHUNT, follow right along with us during
if
a
you're
lot of this stuff.
Going this fall and still trying to figure out an area you can go along, or if you're planning for next year on your first ever elk hunt, there you go.
Video number 3, finding the area you want to hunt, specific location and e-scouting. What kind of kicked us into doing this whole thing is our tags just came out and it turns out we didn't draw anything. in the state of Oregon. Didn't draw a tag. So we wanted to give kind of a brief overview of what we do when it's panic mode. We didn't draw any tags. Now we're going over the counter. So we're gonna like put all that out there and show you exactly what steps that we go through to make out of state hunting happen, or in state and
if you're a first time elk hunter. Video number 4 is going to be talking about gear for the hunt, and depending on what kind of hunting style, things that you may want to have, things that you probably don't need to have. And we talk about this in video number 1, kind of the barriers to elk hunting. One of them's mental, and a lot of people think that they have to have all this gear to go do those things. Over the course of 25 years we've been doing it, we've learned a lot that you don't have to have. So we're going to try to trim that down.
Number 5, it's going to be the boots on the ground. This is going to be, we're going to actually go out and film some stuff of what you need to look for when you're doing tactics for calling, when you're doing tactics for scouting for elk in the preseason, when you're doing anything in the woods, that when you're out there that you say, okay, this looks like an elky place, I'm going to definitely come here. Stuff that you need to look for even when you're out there on the hunt.
Trying to outline that game plan of, okay, you're encountering this your first time in the elk woods. What do you do? How do you do it? When do you adjust? How do you make changes while you're there? And last but not least, it's going to be the tagged out. So you've killed an elk, right? This is one of our biggest things that we talk about a lot, is the preparation and care of meat. And that is, we do all great things, and we get to go out and we get to go have fun and elk hunt, but at the end of the day, all that meat comes home to the family, and that's what feeds us for a year straight. So this is going to be a big one. We're going to show a bunch of different things. We get a lot of questions on meat care and how long can you let it hang? What do you need to do there? So we're gonna go all those topics. So that's the 6-part series. With the 4th of July, we are doing a Land of the Freebies promotion right now, July 4th through the 15th. And basically, it's our way to give back. You guys have supported us so much through the years. Free hat, a Land of the Free, 2 koozies, a decal, and autographed 4x6 photo. There on the website. So the details, you click the link below, you shop our store during this period, and spend some bucks, and we're going to get you that free gift pack. So it's the Land of the Freebies. It's just our way of giving back in your support. So,
how long does that go?
It's July 4th through July 15th.
Okay, July 4th through the 15th. Okay, video numero 1.
Probably the one thing that we talk about the most are just the barriers, the mental barriers it is to think about going on an elk hunt. They're a big animal, they're remote, they're located in usually big country. So, there's a lot of things that go into it that you're just like, the fear of unknown. So we kind of want to break it down into 2 types of hunters. People that have hunted elk, maybe locally, maybe it's in the local coast range here in Oregon, or you live in Montana, you've hunted elk, but you're thinking, man, there's got to be some other stuff outside of this state to go check out.
And comfort zone, maybe.
And comfort zone, yeah. And then the other one is going to be first-time elk hunters that are either picking up a bow, hunting in-state, or making the trek out west for the grand adventure.
Yeah, and that's, it's a huge undertaking, and don't think it's not one that we ourselves haven't been through. I think a lot of people think, oh, they hunt elk every single year, they hunt out of state, they've done this, they're veterans at this. It's still, to us, it's still a barrier that we have to overcome, and especially like we are providing content for you guys to watch. We don't want to fail.
Right, yeah.
So it's like we have these tools at our hands that we use, like goHUNT and a lot of different stuff, to where we hammer it down into certain places, and we'll talk about that in later segments. But it's the mental barriers that, with now of technology, I would say, and let's take it back. Let's go back 15 years ago, when the internet wasn't as readily available, when there wasn't all this information out there. It would be, I'm not kidding you, to come from, and I'm just going to throw out Wisconsin, because I was over there turkey hunting, and it was relatively flat, relatively just, little rolling hills, to drive out west to go to like Colorado at 10,500 feet and see this mountain with snow still on the top of it, and saying, I'm going to go over the top of that and go hunt elk.
Try it.
I couldn't imagine it.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine it. So it's these kind of mental barriers that, with all this technology and all these useful tools that we have now, that it makes the learning curve so much easier.
Yep. And with that, I think the number one barrier is fear of failure. That, in my opinion, let's define failure. In my opinion, personally, fear of failing is if you do not go. Like, if you want to go do this and you don't go because you think that you're not going to kill a bull or any of that, that's the number one. So get over that hump of, let's plan this out, let's figure it out how we can make it happen.
And what you will learn in that whole time is multitude above what you plan on in your mind and in the back of your mind going, oh, I was going to fail. There's a chance that I could do that. You will learn so much about not just hunting and elk and stuff, but you will learn about yourself. I promise you.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you.
The amount of stories that we've heard, especially this last season after people watched Land of the Free 1 and went and did it, there's not been a single one that's been like, oh, I wish I wouldn't have done that. Everyone is just, it's a trip they're going to make every year or every other year trying to make happen.
So just to give you guys just a little bit of background on our, I guess, barrier that we broke down. We started in 2007 hunting as a group. We had a bunch of guys. We had Ty, we had Trevor, Steve. Anyway, we had all these. We had 5 guys, and we'd hunt all the time, same spots.
Yep.
Same spots every year. Roosevelt hunting, we'd hunt the same units, we'd hunt the same spots.
Same gates, ride the same road.
Yep. Bugle from the same, go down the ridge, bugle from the same spot. If the elk don't call back down there, we go on this side of the ridge. So we got in the same mode to where, okay, what, it would be, because we would call each other, what are we hunting tonight? And then we have nicknames for where we hunted, and we just go there. That whole thing went on from 2007. We didn't even think about going out of state until 2012 is when we made that leap. So there was quite a few years there that, I mean, we're talking about breaking down barriers. It was a fearful thing for us.
Yeah, we still lived in the box. We had the comfort zone, and it was like, yep, we got this. We can go find bulls. If they're not there, we know they're there. And so that fear of unknown, when 2012, we drew a Wyoming general elk tag, and it was like, we're doing this. And if it wasn't for Steve leading the charge in the research and, talking through maps, searching on X, and getting kind of figured out where we need to go, I
don't know how it ended up.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
So
I have no idea.
Hats off to Steve on that. But we went and did it, and we were able to tag out on bulls, killed 5 in Wyoming. It was
5 in like 7 days.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible.
It was crazy.
And that was like, okay. We drove 1,200 miles. I still remember, I drove 1,200 miles. My buddy Chris was with me. We rode in on this gated road and woke up to a herd of elk running through our camp. And I'm like, this is incredible.
Doesn't happen like this.
Does not happen back home.
Doesn't happen at home.
Right there was the success of that trip, and then it snowballed from there. And that unknown feeling, and we overcame just in that first day. And I think, to anyone out there, I just encourage you to just go, do it.
Go. That's exactly. Go hunt.
Yep.
Go hunt. Yeah, we talk about Go Hunt quite a bit, and it's just like they are a huge tool that we use, and it's a neat thing to go on in the off season and be able to get on the computer and just click down. Okay, let's research this unit. Let's see what the bull cow ratios are. Let's see what the type of terrain is. They cover a ton of stuff in there, and so this will be a definite tool. It's free right now, very free, super free, all free.
Free 99.
Free 99. You go, you click on it, you get your free trial, and so you can follow us along through this whole thing for free. You can't beat for free.
Yep. The other topic in the barriers that we talk about is success rate. Elk numbers, success rate. Most states, bow hunting average success is 10%. So 1 out of 10 guys kills an elk. And so don't think that if you go and you do not kill an elk that it wasn't successful. The amount of things that we've talked about, you learn in that period of time, you expand your knowledge base, your experience. When you come back next year, you're armed. But there was a lot of guys that emailed in that killed their first bull on their very first trip.
A lot of guys. And the ones that didn't, they are so jacked. I mean, I feel a bunch of emails about this. They are so excited. They didn't care about killing one. They were just like, it was the time of their life, even though they didn't kill one.
So that's the biggest thing. Like, don't get so hung up on numbers of success rates, population numbers. The biggest thing is looking for the opportunity, and we'll break that down in the state side of it, of which state and how those tag systems work. But like I said, don't let the numbers hold you up.
Okay, guys. Topic number 2. of today's video. It's a big one. It's going to be the one that I think is going to maybe open a lot of eyes. I think. I'm hoping it will. Anyway, it's time and money, budgeting time and money, and this is another huge barrier that a lot of people, even if they're back east, even from here, they think it costs so much money to go out of state. It's unobtainable for me. And it was the same way for us. We had no idea how much it was going to cost until we got diving into it, and then see what we can actually get it down to. Go ahead. What do you need to say? What do I need to say?
I think the biggest thing, people, in life, everything, money is a driver, and if you save your $4 a day for a year, so start right now. If you're planning on elk hunting next year, stick $4 away every day. $1,460 will get you a tag. It will get you where you need to go, get you some food, and you can make this thing happen. So a safe budget, living pretty good, $1,500, and you're gonna get your first elk experience.
$1,500.
So
that's quitting Starbucks for a year.
Yep.
Starbucks is probably even more than that.
Yeah.
They might have go on a really good elk hunt.
Yeah.
But yeah, $4 a day, guys, and $1,500. So we broke it down. We have some graphs and everything here that we're gonna throw up on the screen. But so
graphs.
You're gonna make a graph. So it's honestly, and Cody covered this. It's your tag, which every state's a little bit different, but it's gonna be $700 to $900, right? Somewhere in there, depending on what state that you choose. Your gas money to get there, and your food.
Yeah, and especially if you take a buddy or you go with 3 guys, you split that, split the food up, split the gas up. The economy of scales right there starts happening. So start saving that $4 a day. Whether you need to, there's several apps out there. You can start shoving money to the side.
And obviously it's time off work too.
Yeah, time off work.
Time off work. Yeah, and everybody, I'm sure 99% of the people watching this right now, you have a 9 to 5 that you're going, guys, well, that's fine and dandy, $1,500, but how do I get off work? How do I convince my wife that I really need this? How do, the barriers, right?
Yep.
Barriers. We're breaking down barriers. That's, once you like realize that it's not that much money to do this, I think it opens up a lot of doors.
Yep. And then, everyone's going to say, well, that doesn't include the gear. You can go elk hunting with the stuff that you currently own. I mean, if it's, we've met guys up on top of the mountain, 10,000 feet.
Oh yeah. Just an old pair of boots. One guy had tennis shoes on. They stayed the whole season. Not just like they're in it for a week. They stayed the whole season at 10,800 feet.
Had a little stand sport dome tent. It's like
Walmart dome tent. They had they had their kind of Boy Scout backpacks on. Is all they had. They didn't have any of the gear like that. We're saying that. You don't have to have all the elitist gear. Yeah, where we're sitting, it's kind of tough for us to say that, honestly.
But we also have the years experience.
Correct.
My first backpack trip was with my dad. Stand sport, little aluminum frame with a fanny pack literally lashed to it, and that was it with a sleeping bag. You can get away with a lot of stuff. So biggest thing is just getting that tag, making the trip out there, and going for it. So we kind of break it. There's 3 types of hunts that we could look like. We're going to basically put this around the DIY, but let you be known too. There's, if you want to circumvent some of those barriers.
Have a little more luxury.
Yeah, exactly. You can do a drop camp, basically gas tags, food, drop camp, meat processing. You're looking about $3,000 to $3,500. We kind of looked at some of the different states and outfitter rates, and then you could do a full deluxe guided flying out there, meat transport, car rental, and you're looking.
That's what I'm working towards.
Yeah, that's upwards.
That's fully guided and everything with a tip.
You're about $10,000.
10 grand.
Yeah, and there's some variance there if you want to do a wilderness, do a lodge, all that.
Yeah,
that's out there. That's not who we are, what we've done.
We are going to touch more back on the DIY, the $1,500 a year plan.
So the biggest takeaway in the barrier of time and money: 10 days, 10-day trip, a week off work.
Even so, you could do it in 7, but whatever you can get there, as I would say. I would say, okay, so someone coming out west. If I want to experience a full elk hunt, 7 days you could be.
Oh
there.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
Travel
you know what
time
I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So think about those things. If you get a day, if you can take a Friday off and a Monday off, extend that a day, travel. If you got 3 buddies, you're doing round robin driving. We've done that multiple times, driving through the night, 24 hours. Like when we hunt Colorado, a lot of the times it's a closer drive for you guys that are out east to come to Colorado than it is for us to get there. It's 24 hours.
26 that one drive.
Yeah, so
26. We did it straight through.
But $4 a day, stop drinking your coffee or whatever kind of treat that's like, oh yeah, I want to have this every day. Just cut that out. Save yourself $4 a day. Go elk hunting.
We're not doing life plans, though. I mean, we're not.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't say like, hey, if you're chewing, that's $6. You know, whatever it can. You know, I don't know. Just
okay.
$4 a day. Save it. Go elk hunting.
Okay, we're done with this. We're done with the studio side of things. So we are going to do the research, so you guys don't have to. So come over here. I'm going to show you guys. We're headed to the office. We're going to head back to the office. See all those numbers on there? We're back to the office and we're going to talk about each state, break it down from state to state, what it's going to cost you. So it'll kind of give you the reference of, okay, do I want to go Oregon? Do I want to go, do I have the extra $200 for Montana? It's one of the most expensive states for a tag. Oregon and I think Colorado, I think is the 2 cheapest, something like that. So anyway, it's we're going to break it down for you and so you won't have to do the research for this next year.
All right, guys, we're going to break down the 5 states that we filmed Land of the Free in. We moved spots. We got tired of sitting down, a little change of pace. So we're going to first start off with Oregon, what it costs to go hunt Oregon. Resident, right here, R.
Resident. If you're a resident, you're going to pay $81.50. If you are from Oregon.
Residents?
Non-resident's going to pay $738. That's where they get you. That's where being from the Western United States helps a little bit in your own home's backyard because it is way cheaper.
Yep. So one thing that we actually need to talk about real quick is a little bit of the states and how the tags work. So it's kind of broke down as OTC unlimited, OTC limited quantities, general draw or a limited general. So Oregon is a OTC. Basically statewide, there's a handful of units that are draw units, and the OTC is unlimited. So you do need to purchase your tag before the season opens. So this year, August 24th, there is a way around that with the state. If you show up during season, buy a tag, you have to go to a district office. So Monday through Friday, sign an affidavit that you haven't hunted. But if you come to Oregon, it's over the counter, unlimited. Just buy your tag before you get here.
Okay.
Got that. Next up, Idaho. Idaho is an over-the-counter limited quota. It's basically a quota base. There's all the tags go into one pool, general, rifle, all of that. Once the non-resident quota is filled, then the tag sales stop. Last year they actually sold out during season and archery season, which is the first time in a while, and it's broke up into zones. So it's basically a 2 or 3 unit type zone area. So you can't just buy an Idaho tag and hunt the whole state. It's just in those little zones. Residents are going to pay what?
$52.50.
$52.50. Non-residents?
Non-resident, altogether $591.50. So
$591.50.
not as bad as Oregon.
Yep. So like I said, this is going to be an OTC limited quota. Sell out, they sell out. You can buy those tags during season if you do show up, if they are available. So that's how we rolled in last year. Land of the Free 2.0, bought Wes's tag, and went hunting the same day. So there you go.
Montana.
A limited general draw. They have a total quota for non-residents. You do have to apply ahead of time. I think that deadline is March 15th. So if you're planning for a 2020 hunt, pay attention for that. It's not a guarantee. You can put in and not draw. This last year, I know quite a few people that did not draw a Montana general. So resident, pretty cheap state to hunt in.
As a resident, it's a whopping $57.
$57.
As a non-resident, not so much. $929.
One thing that we did not cover here, and you can get this information off goHUNT, season dates right here. Oregon, your August 24th. and it's a 30-day season, so it ends somewhere September 23rd, I think.
Somewhere in there.
Yep, this year. Idaho, every year it opens on August 30th, goes through September 30th. So it doesn't matter if it's a Monday, Tuesday. Oregon is the last Saturday in August and runs 30 days.
And that changes every year as far as date-wise.
Correct, yep. Montana is a 6-week season, which is the longest in the West. That season is going to open the first Saturday in September. So this year it opens on September 7th and then runs 6 weeks.
Wow.
So it runs into October, mid-October. During Land of the Free 1, you saw us up there October 1st through the 10th and then join the Onyx guys there. So that's the best opportunity. This tag is good during rifle season as well, so you can make a trip back. It's going to be exclusive archery, Idaho. There's some late, I think, cow hunts possibly with a bow as well on that tag. But Wyoming.
Wyoming, the great state of Wyoming. If you live in Wyoming, you are going to pay $62 to go shoot an elk.
62.
And if you're not living in Wyoming, but you want to go there, you're going to pay $91.50. So this is where it breaks. So $791.50 for non-resident, just the regular. So if you want to go for the special draw, and you can talk about that here in just a second, it's going to be $1,283.
So that's going to break your budget of the $4 a day on the coffee. But Wyoming, they open up September 1st and go through September 30th. That tag is also good for general rifle season. Some of the units open up October 1st or October 15th. So that's, I do know some guys that have hunted archery the last 5 days and then picked up a gun October 1st and hunted. That is an opportunity in Wyoming. Good state. It is a draw though, and right now it's been running about 2-year draw. So you can open up and buy points July 1st through October 31st. It's $50 a year to get a point. So if you're thinking Wyoming in 2021, 22, beyond, buy a point now. So
Colorado.
Last but not least, Colorado.
Colorado, $84.50 if you live there.
$84.50.
And non-resident's going to pay $743.50.
So this is OTC unlimited.
Same as Oregon, kind of.
Same as Oregon. You can roll in, but you can roll into that state at any point in time during season. Pick up a tag, go hunt. So Colorado's great opportunities.
Got the most elk in the western United States, right?
Yep. So I know that this is a kind of a go-to. The one thing that I would say hunting pressure-wise, this is the highest pressure that I've seen of all these states. Montana and Wyoming being a general with quotas, and same with Idaho. Those are the highest. So Wyoming does have another thing they call it the special. It's not cheap, but it puts you're basically paying a little bit more money to put yourself in a smaller pool to draw. Special is going to run you $1378.50.
$1367.50.
$67.50.
You act like you've done it. Put in for that before.
Yeah. Trent's got this one pretty well dialed. So that budget kind of breaks the banks of the $4. You're going to pretty much live off top ramen and hitchhike to the state, but it's great hunting. Lower number of people, generally, especially in archery. The one I would say about Wyoming that is a cool deal, a lot of the residents don't so much bow hunt because that tag is good for rifle and bow. It doesn't seem to be as high pressure during that season. Same somewhat with Montana. So I think those two things with being any weapon during those particular seasons are good states to look at. So Wyoming, you got to pay to play. The special generally has been a 1-point draw in the special drawing to get yourself a tag there. So that's it.
I'm doing a GoFundMe page. You'll link it in the description below for that exact hunt every single year.
Last but not least, Colorado.
Colorado, $84.50 if you live there. President's going to pay $743.50.
This is OTC unlimited. Same as Oregon, you can roll in, but you can roll into that state at any point in time during season, pick up a tag, go hunt.
Got the most elk in the western United States, right?
Yep, so I know that this is a kind of a go-to. The one thing that I would say hunting pressure wise, this is the highest pressure that I've seen of all these states. You know, Montana and Wyoming being a general with quotas, and same with Idaho, those are the highest. And we'll jump into Go Hunt real quick in this last leg and just kind of show you some of the hunter numbers from states and units. This is a great bull in Oregon. This is
Monster.
But nonetheless, this was killed in Land Free 2.0. This was one Casey came out, hunted Oregon, kind of broke those barriers down of hunting Roosevelts.
What we talked about a lot of, we hit on, is breaking down the barriers, trying something new, get outside of your comfort zone. It was difficult for us, and man, we have been so blessed with what we've experienced since that we did it. And it's that fear of unknown. Go do it. Save your $4 a day. Plan a hunt. You can do it every year. You can do it every other year. Whatever it is, get a couple buddies together, set a goal, commit to it. That's our biggest thing. So time and money. Save that time. We kind of broke it down what it's going to cost you per state. Find a state that suits you. We'll talk about that and further on.
So this is video 1. That's a wrap. Video number 2 is going to be, now that we have a state picked out, hopefully narrowed that down for you guys. We're going to talk about Colorado in this series because we're trying something new this area. So what type of hunt, and then a specific what unit. So go to gohunt.com/BRO, get the 30-day trial. Video number 2 will be dropping on the 5th. So stay tuned for that.
And you can just go along with us through that, because we're going to be going, and it's all free.
Walk through that. Like I said, land of the free, it's land of the freebies. July 4th through the 15th, we have that free gift set for you. So
this was a giant.
Yeah, it'd mean the world to us if you click that link, go shopping in our store, and we'll send you that gift.
All of these thresholds can't hold me down. Push through the crossroads and I hit the ground, yeah. No different picture, got a bigger frame.